Hi, I'm Kendra Edwards, and welcome to the CarDon Resource Hub. And I'm really excited to have Rachel Zinsmaster with us today. She's one of our own, so I'm excited about that. She works a lot on our residential side and senior living. And this is a topic that I think people get really confused. They lump a lot of things into what is senior living, what services are provided. And when you're out in the community and you think of bringing people in to your, there's all kinds of opportunities out there. And I want to kind of talk through the differences between that so that people can have a better idea of that. And I think a lot, Rachel, throughout my career, I've been doing this a really long time. I always laugh at this point to think if I had $1 for every time someone said to me, Kendra, I should have done this a lot sooner. And the impact and the difference that it has in people's life, I would be retired at this point. So will you explain a little bit to us, a little bit of the differences in what you consider and how you define senior living and senior housing and independent living and assisted living and those advantages and services between those two things?
Sure. So as far as senior living in general, we have so many options these days. And it's really geared towards what does the senior need on a daily basis? What are we looking for? Do we need the social aspect? Do we need the meals? Can we have some support and some security of knowing someone's available to you around the clock, whether that's a nurse or just someone that can be there at any point in time? Transportation. Do I need support to get to medical appointments or to be out in the community? There's a wide range of offerings. And really, at any point in time that we're ready to move out of our home, it could be at an independent setting. It could be at an assisted living. We're still in our own apartments. We're still in our own spaces. We still have our own furniture and things around us, but we have support, which is wonderful.
So tell me a little bit about what does staffing look, not staffing ratios per se, but the main differences between an independent living or what someone would determine as a retirement community versus adding a little bit more support on that assisted living, environment.
Sure. So while both independent and assisted living communities are staffed around the clock, assisted living is where we really get started with that nursing care. So there's someone at an assisted living level where you press a button and you need help in the middle of the night, during the day, during the weekend, and a nurse can actually come to your door, find out what's going on, check vitals, give medications, contact your family, contact the doctor, and provide that level of support to you in your apartment. Assisted living is really where that nursing support starts, where in any setting you would have the support of an emergency. Assisted living can handle a lot of the day-to-day right here. We want to keep you here and prevent a hospital stay, and so can do a lot of medical care right here in your apartment.
I think one of the things I think about a lot in assisted living or even in retirement community, all in all, is at home. I think a lot of people want to stay home, and I completely respect that, and I'm sure I'll be the same way. But I liked what you said, that even moving in, you still have your own space. And one of the things that has filled my cup for as many years as I've been doing this is the sense of community. And that because at home, sometimes you can become very isolated depending on where your home is, what type of neighborhood you're in, your neighbors, all of that. So share a little bit about what it means to be part of that community and what that brings in those connections.
Yeah, one of my favorite parts. Coming into a community like this, it gives you the opportunity to socialize on a daily basis. It gives you opportunities to be in the dining room and have peers that you can have conversations with. It gives you an opportunity to take advantage of our daily activities. That can mean that you are making it to church on Sunday and you're making it to Bible study. That means that you are able to have musical performances right down the hall. You are able to get out and about and celebrate the 4th of July and Flag Day and all of the holidays in between right here in the campus. Social events are going to vary community to community because we really listen to what our residents enjoy. And so if we have a high number of bridge players, you can bet that there's going to be a bridge club. If we have people that want to get out and about and plant flowers, we'll have a gardening club. So while you have a lot of the classic activities and opportunities to be together and socialize, you're going to have some variation just based on our current residents and what we're looking for, which makes it really fun.
One of the things I hear a lot when I've helped people and assisted, even friends, adjusting with their parents moving into an assisted living or retirement setting, I think the biggest, scariest thing, Rachel, is you feel like a kid again, like going into that dining room. Do I have a friend? Who's going to be my partner in crime? Because it's a little overwhelming sometimes because it's all of the unknowns to that. So how do you guys help people adjust and acclimate to a community?
Yeah, multiple steps here. So, for starters, yes, you're completely right. This is a new setting. This is a new routine. We're out of our home and out of our normal environment. And so learning something new, it's scary at first. It is, and we recognize that. So staff certainly play a huge role in someone's just settling into a new environment, bringing them into the dining room for the first time, introducing them to other ladies or other gentlemen that they want to have a conversation with. We get a good feel for that person before they come in. So we may know that this individual, loves to garden. And so we talk, introduce them to others that they may get along with. Our activities, we'll sit down and talk with them a little bit about, what's important to them. Do they want to be involved in our Bible study class, or do they love to read? Being able to invite them into activities that will more so highlight those interests. And like anything, once you try the dining room for the first time, once you try an activity, you start to make friends so easily. This is a really warm and welcoming group of people, and they're all in very similar shoes. They've all been new once, and so it's fun to watch connections happen.
That's what I found. You start to you you make friends of people that are at the same stage of life that you have so much in common, and you can just share all of those life changes, all of the life things that are going on, that have been going on, and with family and just different things. So that's wonderful. So tell me a little bit about how you what do you recommend to people when they're going out to tour or searching for a community? What are those things, those variables, those real things that people should focus on that you have found to be the most important?
Sure. So I say, don't hesitate to give us a call. Don't hesitate to come in the doors, sit down, ask questions, tour communities, and because you'll get a good feel for what the personality is like, what the staff is like. Are the residents happy when you come into the campus? So don't hesitate to come in. It's never too early to find out information. So you can have that conversation with mom and dad. So you can tell them and talk to them in an educated way, like, this is what we offer. These are the benefits of making a move. These are the areas that we're concerned with you living at home, and they're provided here in this setting. So coming in the door, it's never too early to come in the door. Inviting mom and dad, including them on this decision, I think is very beneficial, because these are independent residents. We want them to have a voice in their move and asking these questions. And I think a lot of times once we are able to get residents in the door to tour, that sense of fear and that sense of the unknown starts to fade away really quickly.
Yeah. Two things I always hear. We talked about the isolation piece at home, that people are just isolated, and safety always comes up as well. So how do you share what a community brings in regards to safety?
Sure. So, in an assisted living setting, you're in your own apartment. You have a door and you can lock that door. We have staff that are here around the clock. So as far as safety, if you have any concerns over any time throughout the day, you can press a button and have someone right there to your door, to medically check you out at any point in time. Safety in our whole community, we're a secure campus, especially over midnight hours. We're staffed all around. And, while we are secure, we still want residents to be able to come and go. We want families to be able to have access to their loved ones at any time. So we have things like door codes and key fobs that family members can still have full access. But residents that are here feel safe knowing that there's someone that they can call on at any hour of the day.
So since it's their own space, Rachel, can they bring their own furniture? Can they decorate? Can they paint? What can they do in their apartment?
All of the above. Yeah, we want this to feel like home. So bring in your own furniture. You're sleeping in your own bed. You bring in your favorite chair. Put pictures up on the walls. Put pictures of your family up on the walls. If you would like to paint, absolutely we can do so. If an added grab bar here or mounting the TV there adds some safety aspects, yes, let's do those. We want you to feel safe in your home. And this is your space that you have access to our whole campus, but this is your safe space here in your apartment. And so bringing those mementos is huge.
Tell us, how do we offer transportation? Because that's always hard when you've given up driving, or even if you're still driving. What type of transportation services do we offer?
Yeah, so we provide medical transportation throughout the week. We can get you to your cardiologist. We can get you to your dentist and your eye doctor and all of the above. We will drop you off the doors, make sure you get in safely, make sure you get back home again. Absolutely. But we don't want to restrict transportation just to medical. It's also for the fun appointments too. So, on the socialization, on the getting out and about, our activities also gets our residents out and to enjoy the community that we live in. So you may see us at local restaurants. You may see us at local shopping. Sometimes it's just a scenic, let's get out and about and look at the Christmas lights. Let's go look at the lake and let's go out and go for a drive. So we're out and about often.
I won't lie. I have a lot of FOMO sometimes when I see your post on social media, all the fun things going on and all around town doing all kinds of fun things. And I think, oh, I want to go. It always looks so fun.
We have a good time.
Yes. Well, I appreciate it. Is there anything we didn't cover that you wanted to share and that you hear? You meet with families and seniors all day long. So anything that we didn't cover?
No, I would say the biggest thing is just don't hesitate to pick up the phone, give us a call, ask questions. Please don't hesitate to come into the doors. We can just have a conversation and take a look around, and it's never too early. It's never too early. We can look in years down the line, actually make a move. So come in and just take a look.
That's awesome. I appreciate you and all that you do. And I know this will be helpful for so many. So thank you.
Thank you.